hello everyone, and welcome to the second edition in our series of the Eloquens Author of the Month series. So let me introduce myself shortly. I am Tim de Moors and I'm the MD of Eloquens, and I work with a team of young professionals in helping authors drive their visibility, grow their revenue, and also share their knowledge around the world in an easy way.
I am Francesca Morelli and I work as part of the International Business Development team here at Eloquens. I'm also the author and category manager. So the aim of these interviews is really to make our user base aware of our authors, get them to share their experiences, their knowledge with us, so that they can get some idea of what they do and learn from their experiences and professional backgrounds. So we've really created these interviews around the theme of sharing, which is really what Eloquens is all about. So
today I'd like to introduce you to Eloquens author Lance Rubin, so the CEO and founder of ModelCitizn, a great website, and also CFO of Banjo, an expert in financial services. So Lance, thank you for taking the time to speak to us and welcome.
Sure, thanks Francesca and Tim. It's great to be on.
Perfect. So can you tell us more about your career path and your studies, Lance?
Sure. I studied a Bachelor of Honours of Accounting Science at the University of South Africa, and subsequently qualified as a Chartered Accountant while I was working at PwC. I then worked 20 years across 3 cities, being Johannesburg, Sydney and Melbourne, all for large organisations, PwC, Investec Bank and National Australia Bank, before becoming a business owner and for want of a better word, a portfolio careerist. Mm-hmm. So I'm currently a virtual CFO for a fintech lender called Banjo. I contract to the KPMG financial modelling team, and I have a portfolio of a dozen clients through my business ModelCitizn.
Yes, absolutely. Great site. And what exactly do you do at ModelCitizn? Can you tell us a little bit more about this profession of yours?
Yeah, so financial, basically we help clients make relevant, informed and purposeful decisions with insight. And the way we do that is building financial models. A lot of that is relating to startups who are really not sure, they've got an idea. Is the idea worth the amount of blood, sweat and tears they put in? Is it viable? Are investors going to buy it? Startups get a financial model. They also need a financial model to go and pitch for equity. So startups are probably where I've got most of my clients from.
Okay.
I also have transactions where I do large, whether it's infrastructure or social benefit bonds for large corporates and governments. Again, financial modeling is typically been in the larger end of M&A and corporate finance. And then I have that in between small to medium enterprises which want to understand their costs and their cash flow a bit better, and so I work with them as well. So ModelCitizn actually works across the entire spectrum of different businesses, and our ideal client is a client that actually has a complex problem, a complex financial problem that they want to solve, and they're just not sure how to actually solve that.
Perfect. So you obviously help them out, and obviously to be an entrepreneur, generally you're a passionate person. So would you be able to tell us, what you're passionate about in your professional life and your personal life even?
Yeah, I don't know how personal or after you want to get, but I'm happy to be a little bit more than just financial modelling. So up until recently, I was also a martial arts instructor.
Oh, wow.
I've been a martial arts instructor for about 10 years.
Great.
I competed in the South African and Australian, representing South Africa and Australia at the World Championships.
Oh, wow.
First in St. Petersburg in Russia and then in Argentina. So I guess that was a very big part of my personal life, the martial arts.
Yeah, a financial specialist you don't want to mess with.
And how do you link this?
I said a financial specialist you don't want to mess with.
Yeah, well, I guess I don't like to put that out too often because I think it can be a little bit intimidating for clients, especially if these haven't been paid. So I think I might bring it up then, but otherwise I tend to kind of keep under wraps.
Fair enough.
I want them to think that I'm just at solving their problems, which I am, and I guess that leads into the next point of unfortunately, because I'm taken on so much and started my new business, I've had to kind of readjust my personal life, particularly in the martial arts side of things, and so I haven't. I actually closed down the school, and really my goal is to get back into martial arts in some shape or form.
Of course.
Whilst at the moment, most of my time is spent focused on family and friends and the business. I have a wife. I have 2 beautiful kids, a boy and a girl. My son's 7.5, and my daughter's 6. So yeah, they're great. They're a handful. I love them dearly, and my wife as well. So there's lots going on in the personal life, but I guess it's always a challenge when you're an entrepreneur juggling all of the many hats that we wear.
Of course.
Perfect.
And what are the different exciting projects you have at the moment? Can you tell us a little bit more about that on the professional basis?
Sure. So I guess one at the moment we're working on an IPO for a UK company. That's probably can't go into too much detail, but basically working with a major accounting firm, assisting their client to build a financial model, multi-entity, multi-currency consolidation. For listing in the UK, so that's quite exciting. There's a range of other strategic projects that I'm working on, some of which is actually related to technology as well, assisting various startups in whether it's be fintech or legal tech or marketing tech. So I guess each of those independently are quite exciting. And of course, just working on large transactions with KPMG has also been good. So it's not just in the startup land, which can be quite challenging, but also working with much larger clients like Telstra and government.
Yeah, obviously it's good to have a bit of a mix there. So our next question is, how did you find out about Eloquens?
Well, actually, I had a bit of a problem. So I had I built a website, and I had a range of different models that I wanted to kind of share with the world and put out there. And I just felt that my website wasn't going to look good if I suddenly dumped an Excel spreadsheet onto it.
Yes.
It's not so easy kind of just to download here, because people wouldn't want to just download a random spreadsheet, without actually looking what's in it or what does it contain or what's the purpose. So I found it quite a challenge, and I figured there must be someone must have built something to share spreadsheets and content in that space. And so I came across Eloquens, and I think Tim and I had a conversation really early on. And the great thing I like about it, one is the community aspect. I think being part of an entrepreneur, you definitely tap into that broader community, and I think that's the one thing I really enjoy about Eloquens is there is this broader community and being able to collaborate and share. So a lot of the models that I load, I actually give for free, it's really great. I get great support. I get the opportunity to talk to both of you on this great little podcast, those opportunities are just they just wouldn't come around otherwise.
Oh, good. Well, that's good to hear. So in that way, then, would you recommend it to a friend?
Oh, absolutely. So I recommend it to anyone who's a nerdy modeler like myself, but also trying to be an entrepreneur at the same time, which can be quite challenging.
Absolutely. Perfect. And so of course, you've now published five tools on Eloquens, which is great. Can you tell us a little bit more about the tools you published, and why they're useful in your opinion to your audience?
Yeah, sure. So the 5 tools there's a demo financial model which is built off Xero. So Xero is a cloud accounting package, and the model is integrated to Xero through an API. For those that don't know what an API is, if you ever log into a website or an app using your Facebook login or your Google ID, you're effectively using an API. So the model that I have means that small businesses can build a proper Excel 3-way model that can be customized and also rolled for each period.
Perfect.
So I've put that up there because really, small businesses which also are concerned about cash can really get some insight as to where their cash is going. Yes, there's other apps out there, but there's nothing really that's customized to their specific needs, and Excel's still the best decisioning and modeling tool out there. The other one that I've put up is the property valuations. I did a lot of property valuation modeling at Investec Bank, and there's very few people that actually understand the fundamentals of how to value a property. So I actually go through the 3 main valuation methods and explain that using an interactive tool called Modeler, and really understanding the dynamics of cap rates and discount rates and the like. There's another one on Modeler itself in terms of how you turn a financial model into an interactive visualization surface where you can pretty much take it on a Surface or a Samsung tablet and have a conversation about a model without actually opening Excel. So this kind of sits like on top of Excel, but it has a really powerful interface in terms of being able to move assumptions. PowerPoint is static, but Modeler makes it dynamic. The next one is a Gantt chart, which is more about operational modeling, and I guess it was built because I had a client that had a need to manage daily tasks, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money with MS Project, and I wanted really something really simple to track tasks. So this was an easier tool to use. Everyone knew how to use Excel, and understand everyone's key responsibilities. So I put that up as something which people can think about, not just about financial modeling, but it's actually, there's a broader spectrum of skills that one I have, but also that is out there, that is not just about a balance sheet and a P&L and a cash flow, but more around how you could understand processes and manage tasks. The last one, which I believe was one of the first that I uploaded, is a debt modeling workbook training tool.
That one's working very well.
Model Off, which is the World Financial Modeling Championships, had a past question called the precise debt modeling, and so I've uploaded that because one, there's a question online which people can go and try out, and I guess they can have a look at some of the past questions, and this was one of the solutions. So again, it's about sharing and learning.
Perfect. Well, Lance, it's clear that you have a wealth of expertise. We thank you so much for talking with us today. Our users obviously benefit from your tools daily, and so we really, really appreciate you talking with us today and sharing some more insight into this knowledge.
Perfect. Any last words or anything else you would like to say about yourself, about Eloquens, and about your future self?
No, I just the only thing to say about Eloquens is I like what you guys are doing, and I think the ability to communicate directly and talk through the various chat services, and obviously this is a first for me, using airtime and having conversations live. We tend to stick behind our spreadsheets and our emails, but being able to come out from behind the shadows and really make ourselves vulnerable and talk to people out there is it's a great opportunity. I've done a lot of public speaking, so fortunately for me, doing this isn't as scary as what it was in the beginning. So I guess if you try to convince me to do this 12 months ago, I probably would have said no. But being able to kind of sit and present to people is less about how smart you are, but more how friendly you are and how connected you are to people. I think that's quite powerful in itself.
Yeah, for sure, Lance. You can tell that you've obviously had a lot of practice with your public speaking. So finally, we hope our viewers have enjoyed our discussion today, and please join us next month for our third Author of the Month in our series.